Decision time for Bitcoin and Solana, and we've got a brand new project over on Solana that you need to keep your eyes on. Alright everyone, Cowboy Trades here, welcome back to the channel for another update on Bitcoin and Solana daily. So you know how we do, we're going to talk about the news for Bitcoin and Solana, then we're going to dive into the charts. So starting off with the news over on Solana. Now we had a recent update on Twitter from Where Meow, which if you didn't know was the creator of Dupe. Meow's doubling down on Dupe, and in a recent interview with Laura Shin, he mentioned that he wanted to put the NASDAQ on-chain, and let's call it the GDSE, the Global Decentralized Stock Exchange. Now, the reason why I pick out this tweet in comparison to all the hundreds of tweets that he's tweeted in the past few days is because this links back to Solana's co-founder, Anatoly Yakovenko's main goal for Solana, and that was to become the NASDAQ of the blockchain. This is the main goal of Solana. This is why it's got such a bullish proposition, and in my opinion, why I think it's going to go to such a high market cap, because if it facilitates this goal and it does, tokenize all of these different stocks, commodities, etc., assets, and puts them on the blockchain, and Jupiter helps with this, then I think in the long term, that's very bullish for both Solana and Dupe. Speaking of Dupe, it's not looking too good right now. 55 cents. A lot of people, including myself, definitely thought this would be around about $1 on the day that it launched. In fact, there was a slight glitch where on some exchanges it did wick up to like $1 and then immediately got beaten down. It came up to 70 cents and then interestingly took a hit, and it has been down ever since. So am I still bullish on Dupe? What's happening with the price action, and why is Wednesday the key date that you need to keep your eyes on for Dupe? Well, here's why. I told you in a previous YouTube video I was going to make a short update on this. However, a Twitter account, Soul Sniper, has summed it up for me, making my job so much easier. So I'm just going to use his work and give him a shout out. Shout out to Soul Sniper. He basically explains exactly what is happening with Dupe right now and the tokenomics. So what's happening with the Dupe price action? Basically, the LP for Dupe is a DLMM pool containing 250 million Dupe tokens. The Dupe team is in control of what's happening with these right now, and there's an upper bound and a lower bound. Do you remember when you went to claim Dupe, it was talking about the DLM pool dramatically pricing things between $0.4 and $0.7, or 40 cents, 70 cents. Basically, what is happening with this DLM pool is whenever Dupe goes up to 70 cents, all the way up here, the Dupe team sells their Dupe. And the idea is hopefully Dupe goes above 70 cents and the team fully sells out of Dupe tokens, and at that point they would have successfully fundraised 125 million. And let's say the price of Dupe goes down to 0.4, then the Dupe team will instead start buying Dupe. So there's these two dynamic levels, 0.7 in which the Dupe team will sell and 0.4 in which they'll buy. Now the LP is going to get pulled on Wednesday, so the Dupe team isn't going to be selling or buying past this date. If Dupe manages to close around 70 cents, that means they're going to have successfully fundraised and sold out all of their Dupe tokens for the team. However, if on Wednesday Dupe closes at 40 cents or below 40 cents, that means the team has not sold any of their tokens and they haven't done a successful fundraiser. Sorry, Tuesday, not Wednesday. So we have until tomorrow, Tuesday, to decide whether Dupe is going to be, really bullish or bearish in the short term. Now, in the long term, I think things are going to be fine. The higher above 40 cents that we are for Dupe, that just means it's more bullish because the Dupe team has done a somewhat successful fundraiser. Like, we don't have to close at 70 cents. If we close at, 60 cents, that means that they've come close to successfully fundraising. Now, this money is going to be used for operations, etc., etc. Now, once the LP gets pulled tomorrow, that's going to provide some relief of selling pressure around the 70 cent region. So let's see how it goes tomorrow. Now, there is a new project on Solana, which I'm going to test with you guys right now. I'm going to do some research with you at this very moment in time. So Sol Incinerator now allows users to burn Solana scam compressed NFTs. Now, do you remember a couple of days ago we talked about this project, Redao, where you could burn rugged NFTs? If this is true and this project works, it's a one-up of Redao, and in my opinion that steals a lot of the potential market share that's coming from Redao. So I'm going to test this out live with you, and we're going to see if we can reclaim any Sol from this app over on here. So as always, make sure you're clicking on the correct links. Come over to their verified Twitter with almost 10,000 followers, type in Sol Incinerator and click on the link solslugs.com. Now there's a few things you can do here. You can burn your NFTs, you can burn your corrupted NFTs. I've got a lot of these. I'll maybe try this in a future video. You can burn your tokens, domains. But the main thing that I want to talk about today is going to be the cleanup. Now, on this one particular account, I've got a lot of different accounts where I've previously traded a lot of NFTs. This is just one of them. As you can see, I've got 84 vacant accounts. Now, what this basically means is to have a NFT, you need to pay for a small rent, a small gas fee in your Solana wallet that basically says, you know, this wallet is yours. Now, once you've sold that NFT or you've transferred it to a different wallet, you still have that small gas fee saying that, you know, that NFT was once in your wallet. The idea of this cleanup is that you get rid of all those vacant accounts and you reclaim all those gas fees. So you can see if I click on this and I burn all these vacant accounts, on this one account, I'm going to reclaim 0.16 Sol. So let's just click confirm burn, confirm. The transaction's going to pop up over on my ledger. I'm going to confirm that. I had to confirm 4 transactions for that. And nice, I just reclaimed 0.16 Sol into my account from burning these 84 wallets which didn't have anything in them. Now, I really can't be bothered to select about, 80 different scam NFTs that I've got in this wallet. So let's just click on this one. Let's just confirm the burn and see if we can burn this scam NFT. I'll try burn another 3 because I didn't get any gas back on the original transaction. Okay, so we've just burnt another 3 NFTs. I think with a lot of these scam NFTs, they don't really have any gas in terms of rent. Okay, I just burnt another 3. I didn't receive any gas back. So it looks like when you're burning these scam NFTs, you're basically just going to burn them. And it doesn't look like you're really going to get any Sol back. So I think the main purpose from this is when you're coming over to clean up, if you've previously traded NFTs, you've got lots of different random token accounts in your Sol account, then, this is just going to be a nice way for you to reclaim a lot of that rent back. I really like this project. It definitely steals away some of the market cap from ReDAO for me. So, potentially I'm going to be selling some ReDAO, just moving it back into Sol, because the Sol Slugs project, they don't actually have their own token. What they do have is their own NFT project. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of this NFT project, but, just letting you know that it exists. Now, moving on to the Bitcoin news. Just a very quick reminder, last week, wrapping up over on Friday, we've been looking at the GBTC outflows and talking about how these have come from, super high outflows of, 500, 600 million a day. And on our last trading day on Friday, the 2nd of February, we only had 144 million worth of outflows. So in total, the total net inflow / outflows are becoming positive. Now, according to new research from Bitcoin.com, the 9 new Bitcoin ETFs have already captured 178,000 Bitcoin, currently valued at 7.62 billion. That means they hold 0.9% of the total Bitcoin supply. They almost hold a whole 1%. And they've only been live for a few weeks, guys. So people ask me why I'm bullish on Bitcoin right now. It's only been a few weeks that these ETFs have been live. They already almost hold 1% of the supply. Imagine when we get in a bull run. That's why I'm bullish. I really do think a supply shock is going to be coming. Now, it's going to creep up. It's going to creep up. It's not going to happen overnight. But coming into the bull run, this is what I think is really going to be the narrative. There's going to be less supply. There's going to be more demand. It's basic economics. It's not rocket science. Now, let's dive into the charts. It's going to be a quick one today because we're pretty much at the same price that we've been for the past 3 days or so, and I don't want to just regurgitate the same TA. So, the charts we're looking at. In the past 24 hours or so, we did have a slight move back down to the downside for Bitcoin. We'll start off with Bitcoin, then Solana. Now, Bitcoin did come down to almost the heartline of the Bollinger Bands. It more so came to around about the midpoint of the daily EMA ribbons, and it's had a nice bounce back up to the upside. It's currently sitting at 43,300 while I am recording this video, and it is really trying to get back above the 50 TMA. Now, I talked about this in my previous videos. My thoughts are the same. I want to see a daily candle body close for Bitcoin just above 43,200, meaning we've got a bullish close above the 50 TMA, and that would be a long signal. You can see since we broke into a bearish trend and had a daily candle body close on the 13th of January at 43,000, we have not managed to get above the TMA. You can see this 50 TMA is very powerful. We've kept on coming, retesting, and retesting this level, and it is not looking good. Well, it hasn't been looking good. It hasn't been looking good. We haven't managed to have a daily candle body close above this. So that's what I need to see. It's really the same story. 43,200, let's close above it, and then we can talk. Now, I'm seeing a lot recently. There's a lot of YouTubers that are actually getting somewhat bearish on Bitcoin. Now, I understand both sides of the market. I do want to highlight something in the short term which may potentially prop us up and allow us to get above this 50 TMA level. Left shoulder, head, neckline, right shoulder, 50 TMA coming right into the neckline. If we do manage to break above this inverse head and shoulders, break up, retest the neckline, which is also the 50 TMA, this could be a rocket confirmation signal to send us back to the upside. So that's really what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Now, there's also a bearish spin on this. Now, I do want to cover both sides of the market and talk about, in my opinion, what I think the scenario is most likely, but I want to prep you for both events. So on the bearish side, this could potentially be forming a diamond top formation. Now, this is a diamond pattern. It's a diamond top formation, or it's called a diamond top formation because we've rallied into it, potentially calling a top. Now, I've got one trend line here, and as you can see, we have broken above this, but I've detailed this in previous videos. Sometimes you have a starting trend line, and then you break back above it and hit something like this before breaking down. So this is just like a hypothesis trend line. Like maybe in a bearish scenario, we could come up to, somewhere like here, and then move back down to the downside. The reason it's a dotted line is because it's just an imaginary trend line. There's no touch points on here. It's just to kind of show you potentially where the rest of the shape of the diamond top could be. So if we do not manage to continue with the bullish scenario, now I think we will, because we've kept on hitting against this. We've been closing underneath the 50 TMA for almost a full month now. We've had a correction, we've reset the oscillators, we've retested previous resistance and support, and this is confirmation time, guys. So in the next 24 to 48 hours, if Bitcoin does not manage to start pushing above 43,200, 43,300, and we start to correct from where we are right now, and we fall underneath this level, breaking us down from the diamond top formation at 42,200, we're going to rocket down to 41,400, and then if we lose that level, it's looking like it's going to be a confirmation of a breakdown on this diamond top formation, and the price target that I would have is all the way down here at 33,500, basically retesting us at the bottom of this previous trend. Now, once again, like I said, I saw both sides of the market, so I just wanted to cover both sides. I wanted to, make you aware, hey, this is the bullish scenario. I think the bullish scenario is more likely. I think there's more events leading up right now, which would kind of let me know that we are probably going to be breaking bullish very, very soon. I want to see us break above 43,300 in the next 48 hours maximum. However, if we do not break above this level, I want to let you know that if we start breaking down now, it's not a super, super critical level where we could drop, 20,000 or something like that, but this is a significant topping formation, and if we don't get continuation right now, if we don't get above the 50 TMA, this is what you need to worry about. So, just wanted to make you aware of both sides of the market. My bullish price prediction for Bitcoin, if we do manage to break above 43,300, the CME gap all the way up here at 53,000. The bearish one, if we do manage to break beneath around about 42,000, is going to be this breakdown target at 33,500. Once again, I think the bullish situation is more likely. Moving on to Solana, not too much to update either, we're kind of waiting for Bitcoin as well. Now, in terms of Solana in the past day or so, we have had a move underneath the 50 TMA, so the same thing with Solana. We need to see daily candle body closes above 98, we need to get continuation. I like how we're pushing and we're trying to get above the 50 TMA. I like how we've bounced on the daily EMAs, and I like how we're still, kind of range bound a little bit after we've broken above the bull flag channel. I still think, Solana, the most likely course is to move up to the upside, but we need to keep our eyes on Bitcoin right now. So now recently I've been more focused on Solana. However, I think right now with these two opposing patterns on Bitcoin, I think we should keep our eyes on Bitcoin. So that being said, Solana update, not too much to talk about today. In terms of Ethereum, we've been looking at this ETH fractal, a little bit of a move up in the past week, nothing too special. We could still be repeating this fractal. I'll keep you up to date. One thing that I do want to talk about is, while Solana's having a slight correction, or not really a correction, it's not really doing too much, one of the calls that we talked about in the Cowboy Discord and over on YouTube at 90 cent. Now, we've made a few videos about this before. We talked about this being one of my top 5 coins yesterday. I talked about how to stake this 3 days ago. When staking went live 3 days ago, the price went absolutely ballistic. We were making videos on this around about $1.20. We told the Cowboy Discord about this at 90 cent, and this is on a absolute moon mission right now. So If you don't know what whales market is already, be sure to check out my staking tutorial. I'll explain everything you need to know about this, and if you want a quick summary of everything to do with whales market, then check out my video yesterday, top 5 Solana coins to make insane gains in 2024. There will be a 1 minute, very quick fire segment where I'll let you know everything you need to know about whales market. I'm still incredibly bullish on whales market. I told you, I think this easily goes up to $10 this bull run. It's looking very, very nice right now. My staking account is sitting nice and pretty. I'm getting the rewards in the X Whales token, meaning that I'm earning more whales. So that's all I've got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, if you did, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. Smash that like button, share the videos with your friends. If you want to further support the channel, feel free to click the join button on my YouTube and become a member today. It's been your boy Cowboy Trades. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.